Hello everyone. Let us now discuss the second question in LeetCode contest weekly contest 424. Zero array transformation. 1. So we are given with array nums of length n and a 2D array queries where queries of I is equal to left of I and right of I, li array. So for every queries of I, we need to select a subset of indices within the range li ri in nums, and after selecting the indices, decrement values at the selected indices by 1, and a zero array is an array where every element is 0 in that array. So return true if it is possible to transform the nums into a zero array after processing all the queries sequentially. Otherwise, return false. So we are given with an example 101 and queries 0, 2. Now, if you from 0 to 2, 0, 1, 2, these are the indices. If you select these two indices as it fall in this range, li, ri. So if you select these two indices as and decrement by 1, the array will become like this. So which is a zero array. So we can return true here. And we are given with another example 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are given with queries 1, 3, 0, 2. So 0 to 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 1 to 3. If you select all the indices of 1 to 3 and decrement them by 1, you will get to 1, 0. The array will become like this. And then if you see select 0 to 2 as the next query is 0 to 2 and select all the indices and decrement by 1, you will get the array as 3100, which is not a zero array. So we return false here. But if you come up with a brute force approach, that means selecting every query, so iterating through the query, and for every query, iterating the nums array and decrementing all the indices by 1 if they are greater than 0, either decrementing them by 1 will take us in a worst case big of n square, so which is not suitable for our constraints when nums dot length will be 10 power 5 and queries length will be 10 power 5. So if you imagine about one thing, 101, now we are having queries as 0 to 2. So from 0 to 2 we will be having, if we add 1 here and if we add 1 here and if we add 1 here, we will be getting 0, 1 minus 1 is 0, 0 minus 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, 0. So we are getting no element greater than 0. That means we can make a 0 array here. Imagine we are having another thing like 2, 0, 1, 3, and we are given with queries 0 to uh, 0 to 0 to 1 and 1 to 2. So 0 to 1 we are so let us consider 0 to 1 and 0 to 2 as the queries. If we consider this as the nums. We decrement it by 1 and here by 1. 0, 1, 2, 3. Decrement them by 1. That means we are adding to an array. Let us make the array as named as difference. Now we are incrementing them by 1 and then after this 0 to 2 we need to increment them by 1 or 2 here 1. So the first thing we need to do is create a difference array of let me say length will be n plus 1. I will explain you why we are taking n plus 1 and initialize all of them as 0. But if you think if you think in a clear way, we are doing the same process of incrementing them, which takes big of n square as a time complexity. So we are at 2, 0, 1, 3. So 0, comma 1 and 0, comma 2. See, we need to do two things. Iterate queries for just one time and iterate the difference array for just one time. And we need to make difference array like this, like 2 to 1, and then iterate nums array just for one time. So we'll be having big of, if the length of queries is k, big of k, big of n, big of n. So let us get into the actual problem. 2, 1, 3, 4. If this is nums we are having and the queries we are having is 0 to 2 and 1 to 2. If you clearly process that 0 to 2, increment them by 1 in the difference array, and 1 to 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 1 to 2, increment them by 1, it will become 2, 2, and here initially it will be 0. So the difference array will be 1, 2, 2, 0. But as I said that queries should be iterated only once. So take these two, 0 to 2, 1, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3. Take this 0 and 2. If you see, we are incrementing them by 1 here, and here we are not incrementing them. So it will be 0 here. If you see clearly, here we are adding plus 1. Here we are adding plus 1. Here we are adding plus 1. But here, even if we add plus 1, we are doing a minus 1 here. I will tell clearly what does that mean. So if you have at the zeroth index, at the zeroth index 2, 1, 3, 4, increment it by 1. Let us make it as plus 1. So it will become 1. And here decrement it by 1. So here we are decrementing it by, and then here 1 comma 2, at 1 increment it by 1. Initially it is 0, now we are incrementing it by 1, and then after the next element, after 2 it will be 3, next index will be 3, decrement it by 1, minus 1 will be minus 2. So if you see prefix sum, if you calculate the prefix sum, let us see what happens. Here we are having 1, and here initially it is 0, and here minus 2, 1. For we will be iterating from this element. So 1 plus 1 will become 2, and then we are at this index. 0 plus 2, we need to add the previous element to the current element. Then it will become 2, and then we are at this index. Now we need to add the previous element. 1, 2, 2. 2 minus 2 will become 0. This is the difference array which we got earlier. 1220. The intuition here is the intuition here is iterate queries and make difference of queries of I of 0 plus is equal to 1 and difference of queries of I 1 plus 1 decremented by 1. So we need to do this. After iterating these queries, we need to calculate the prefix sum. Now so iterate the difference array and from index 1. So difference of I plus is equal to difference of I minus 1, and then we will be getting our difference array. Now the third thing we need to do is iterate nums. If difference of I, so sorry, nums of I minus difference of I, if this difference is greater than 0, then we will be returning false. So after the iteration we will return true as if all the elements are less than or equal to 0. Having the difference as less than or is equal to 0, we will return true after the iteration. So you will be getting the code in the description. So this algorithm you will be calling like sweep line algorithm. So this is also used for uh, like the number of maximum tasks which can be done in a CPU. Like when we are having a graph like this, having the queries of tasks. Now we are having the maximum at this point. Like let us say it is 2. We need to, if you need to return 2, we'll be doing this sweep line algorithm. So thank you.